Welcome to Skin PosiTVty. Leading you through this little section is myself, Chris, and the gorgeous Jen.
Hey guys.
What we're talking today is not only our favorite devices, but regarding Skin PosiTVty, what it means to us, what devices we actually use to achieve this, and our own personal experiences through work and personal using these devices. What does Skin PosiTVty mean for yourself? Because I know you work so much with press, PR, everything. Getting grilled by you is something I'm looking forward to today.
Thanks, Chris. I think skin positivity is so important at the moment. I mean, it's something I'm seeing so often now in press. And I think what it means to me is probably something that means slightly different to you or whoever's watching us right now. For me, it's just skin health. And I mean, that's the most important. Whether it means a pimple here and there, a fine line, that's fine. But as long as I know my skin's calm, soothed, and not sore, that's what it means. I'm just comfortable in my own skin. What does it mean to you?
Basically, it's the 360. So device-wise, the best thing to refer is something like, with live TV, of course, UFO. It's circular, it includes a bit of everything. I know when you look at it, it's tech, and you just think this is just going to serve a purpose. Skin health for me is a mixture of not only the holistic, the peace and love, the relaxation, but also, like you said, like ticking off actually, well, how is my skin barrier?
Yeah.
How is my skin integrity? How's the texture? How does it actually feel physically, tangibly, and also emotionally? And it's that connection that's really clever. And that is why I'm happy that everyone who helped organize this table has included these devices today that we can talk about. So I'm obviously a big fanboy, which I'm sure you would have seen on content previously, with both of us talking about it online spaces.
Okay, Chris, we've gone through all of the tech. I mean, it's a lot to take in, but how do we go through the ingredients, the masks? How does this actually work?
Okay, so again, I'm very lucky with this big screen, and I'm going to make the most of it while we're filming. So let's start on this side. I'm going to come this side with you.
Let's swap.
Cool, okay. Right, this is like the classic collection. Both Jen and I, with working with the brand, we are most used to this, we've got to be honest. Let's talk about the cult classics. You mentioned that with the
Day and
Luna.
night.
Yeah, day and night. So make my day and call it a night. Make my day, which camera is this one? Yeah. Make my day is best because it contains the red algae, which is perfect for anti-redness. It's filled with hyaluronic acid. It actually has 3 different forms of it, so they work on different levels to make sure on a cellular level you're truly getting that hydration that you need. Call it a night, ginseng and olive oil. It's great for nighttime, which I know you are a fan of using that.
I mean, call it a night. This is my hero before sleep. Like, I have to have this before bed.
If you like something a bit richer, top tip, don't listen to us. Don't read the labels. Like most with Foreo, we are for everybody, for everyone, I should say. The classic saying. You can use that in the morning, so be a bit status quo. Walk away from it. Youth Junkie, this is for your Madame Tussauds fantasy. This is for a very glowy look. I will be warned, if you are a fan of matted look, don't use it. It is extremely, extremely rich. It has jojoba seed oil, it has shea butter, and it's filled with hydrolyzed collagen. So very, very dewy, great for a summer look, good for after the sun if your skin's kind of dry. Skin health, exactly. This is great for the feel for any dehydrated textures. Glow Addict is incredible. This contains niacinamide. Glow Addict is also incredible. This is filled with vitamin C. So it's a really great buzzword at the moment, which
a lot of press are talking about. It's always in the media. But tell us, what are the important benefits of vitamin C?
So it's brightening. It's also a very rich antioxidant. So in its stable form, which this has, you are going to be getting the ultimate efficacy of this incredible active ingredient. So using this with something like green light, you're really maximizing the anti-redness, the brightening. It's also great for fading things like age spots, sun marking, or any discoloration from the sun.
So would you use it morning or night?
I suggest using it in the morning. The reason being is usually nighttime, our customers are using things like retinols, other acids. So give yourself a bit of a break. Use it in the morning when you actually want to really exploit that brightening look. The reason being is no matter how nice your pillow is or whoever's on the other side of the bed, They don't need to see the effects of this. Use it for the morning and day job. H2 overdose. This is filled with ceramide and hyaluronic acid. This is like your SOS cushion. If you're going to get any of these masks, go for this. This is one of the most popular ever. This was used behind stage. And I mean, I need to give this bit to Jen with her PR expertise. Where was this featured with a UFO?
I'm just telling you, I think it was Victoria Beckham who was using this quite a bit.
So maybe someone you can relate to. Yeah, something like that, something along the line. So if it's fit enough for models, it's fit enough for everybody watching this live. Matte Maniac, this is great for anti-acne. It is filled with activated charcoal and very, very refreshing textures, but it's not drying. So much so that we are going to be doing a facial later and proving exactly that it doesn't have that drying texture. Shimmer Freak, on my last bit of breath. This is filled with caffeine, which we all love. It's also got cranberry extract and rose. So
there's a lot to choose from. There's something for everyone.
I'll breathe in now.
Day, night, any time of the week,
your full
any
wardrobe,
skin type.
Any skin type. I will say, though, with this UFO collection, because this uses the cryotherapy, which I mentioned before, only Matte Maniac and Shimmer Freak is solely for this device.
Yeah.
UFO Mini uses the heat more because it's much more of a simplified version, which is great for all over skin health, for the hydration, for the comforting element, whereas the UFO, slightly more of a premium price. This is for those looking for really, really pinpointed, targeted treatments, which, like yourself and myself, we really enjoy, but we are still here to give everything a shout and represent all sides of the spectrum, which is UFO and UFO Mini.
Great. So there's a lot of tech, there's a lot of masks, there's loads of ingredients.
There's a lot.
I know there's another range, which is amazing as well. My favorite, Farm to Face. Should we go through these quickly? What's your favorite? I mean, mine is the rose. I love Bulgarian rose. The smell is incredible.
Unreal.
Let's open one now.
I'm going to have a little think which one's is my favorite. I'm gonna summarize them all, especially during the past year, a year and a half. I'm sure everyone watching this live can relate. We haven't really been able to travel. We haven't experienced as much as usually we would have naturally had, which is sad. We love travel here, and I know all the customers at Foreo. Do you see that? I like squared up.
Oh.
It's all right.
Incredible.
That is beautiful. Again, like Shimmer Freak, you've got to love rose for that one, but it's super light. Best thing about this range, before I go through them all, is they are biodegradable. So it's the first UFO mask that they formulated with a biodegradable nature. So brilliant, brilliant for eco-credentials, and I'm really proud that they've launched products like this to go alongside your UFO.
Before we move on, I mean, I've opened this pack.
Yes.
Smells incredible. Can you show us, how do we use this mask? This is the tool, that's the ingredients. How do we make it work?
Right. Change it up a little bit. We're going to do a bit of a role play. Not like that. Okay, sit down.
Okay, we're getting...
This is, well, talking on the kind of the lockdown, the situations, what we've dealt with. We've been working from home. I'm sure watching you have as well. And if not, it was really great. It was really great. And you'll see why. So let's do a bit of a role play. This is showing you the life of, behind the scenes, things like that. So, okay. But I don't always need to have my camera on. We're very open with mental wellness, and we don't always need to be on camera all the time, which is sounding a bit hypocritical right now with about 10 pointing at us. But,
but let me just say, you only need 2 minutes for this, and it's going to do its magic.
Exactly. So I may slide the camera off, say I'm going to the toilet, whatever. Take my time. So then I will literally have my moment, and then no one will know any otherwise. It's a 720p resolutions. It's not the best.
So you take it off.
Yep. You take it off. So this is like a whatever finger you want to put it on. They're pretty big, so they'll fit on most.
Should we both do it?
Yes. So, I mean, let's do rose squared. There we go. I'm going to use your one. The reason being is I can never tear it off nicely.
I know.
And Jen, you've done a pretty good job with it. So, yeah, I'm going to make the most of that and let you do it again.
There we go.
So you grab your device. These have been both paired beforehand with the app, which is something that you don't have to do forever, but you do need to do it for the first time. The reason being is you want to make sure you've got the warranty, you've got your perfect settings, and it's your own device. After that, you can use it manually, like we're going to do.
And then the best point of that is that it remembers exactly which settings you choose,
Yep.
and it will remember it for next time. So it does the thinking for you.
Yeah, which is great. And there's different routes that you can use it, and this is why I'm excited that we get to talk about UFO today, because I want to make sure that there is content out there and live, let's do it really nice and openly, that you can actually see it used in different ways, because we want to make sure that everyone's actually able to use it without having to be fearing the text that pops up or an email or complicated. You really don't need to have it like that. So I'm going to just shut the laptop, which is a good thing to do. Get the UFO here so you can hopefully zoom in with a camera and actually see what we're doing. So you put the ring on the side. We're going to be using the flat side of the plate. This is where the magic happens. This is where the cryotherapy, the heat, everything is channeled in. Around where the ring is, the reason why it's clear is because this is where the LED light will be emitted. So this is going to bathe the skin in that technology. You take the sheet mask out of the sachet.
It smells amazing.
It's unreal. Unreal.
And it's also really cooling, which is great.
Exactly. So you lay it over the top. Any serum that you have on the fingertips, just take a little moment. You don't want to be typing with this. It is quite serum-y.
But compared to other masks,
Yeah.
this is not as messy.
Not as messy, and also so much less fabric. If everyone at home, if you think how much fabric a usual regular sheet mask uses, that's already cutting down the waste tenfold, and not even that, it's also biodegradable. So you're getting a really, really benefit for the environmental side. So you click in the ring. This is going to hold it nice and tight for the treatment. And then there we go. I have my favorite settings, which is number 2.
Oh, wow.
And perfect. Oh, just flick around. Pretend.
Okay.
So instead of using it on our skin, not that we're wearing any makeup at all, we're going to be applying it to the hand, just showing you exactly what it's like. And we can then show the difference of the hand and exactly how it looks.
I mean, it feels super...
What mode do you have it on, or what are your settings on it?
So I've put white LED
Nice.
with cooling cryotherapy.
Okay, so nice and deep. We like that. I'm on the actual call it a night settings, which is usually for bedtime. It's tons of red LED, a lot of heat, which is great for today, and very, very high pulsations. You're getting the maximum for stimulating benefits. So we're showing you the manually way of doing it, but you can also use this with your mobile phone to tailor exactly what LED light therapy you want, what different pulsations, whatever you feel comfortable with, you can do it.
It's the ultimate personalization in terms of spa facial, multitasking. I think it's just so great because it does so much in one tiny little gadget, which is really nice.
And we get used to it, but watching this at home, if you've never tried a device like this, I can't put it through the screen how much it does. And hopefully you've seen our other content that we've really vocalized how useful these devices are, and that you can believe that these are truly things that we have on our everyday skincare. So that is my treatment done. That was actually only 90 seconds, even shorter than 2 minutes. So in terms, obviously there is a slight sheen to it because it's wet. We're not here about kind of trickery. But in terms of actually brightening, again, we are going to take into consideration the cynic that I am. There's a bit of a sheen here. But in terms of comfort, tightness, there's zero dehydration. It's comforted, it's cocooned, but it's non-greasy. So this will literally just absorb in like usual. Okay, so we're back on the call. Let's leave the office. Not look back.
No one will know. Quick 2 minutes, done.
And while you join back on that Zoom call, I'm just going to quit altogether. I took the 2 minutes off, and actually, I just need to do it for my own mental. Right, let's talk about farm to face. Back to the farm.
Manuka honey. I know it's a certain someone's favorite.
Well,
go look on the Instagram account.
Okay.
A certain celebrity definitely does love the Manuka honey mask.
Okay.
She calls the UFO 2 her facialist in her pocket. That's exactly what it is, really. But
it sounds like Rita Ora, but anyway.
Tell us, Chris, what are the benefits of Manuka honey? I know it's an ingredient that a lot of press love at the moment.
Yep.
They talk about it for the soothing benefits. What else can it do?
It's cocooning, it's nourishing, it has natural antimicrobial benefits, so it's great for really perfecting the texture of the skin, but just really top line going through the range. It's biodegradable, they're very, very sensorial. This is more the holistic side, whereas the advanced collection is definitely more for those pinpoint targeted treatments. For hydration, go for Manuka honey. It's very rich, it's very thick. You're going to get that real cocooning effect. Great for before makeup, great for bedtime, great for travel. We also then have the cannabis seed oil. Yes, this is peace and love as it sounds. It's incredible. It's very earthy, so get ready for that if you're going to use it. This is extremely binding to the skin. So this has more of a texture of our beautiful H2 overdose. This is very, very hydrating. It is very rich. If you like something with a light finish, this maybe isn't for you, but for those seeking that extra comfort and hydration, I promise you will adore it. It will be more than anything.
What skin types? I know people often talk about cannabis being not best for pimple-prone skin types. Is this one okay?
It's very breathable, and it's non-comedogenic. So even for a skin type like that, these have all been formulated to suit all skin types, with certain ones being slightly fine-tuned to be even more suited to certain targeted treatments. So again, always remember, they are very open, and that's what I love about the formula. None of them are pore blocking, which is great.
I think my favorite thing about the cannabis seed oil mask is that there's 2 other really powerful ingredients in there that are perfect for before bedtime.
Yeah.
Magnesium, chamomile. It's not just the cannabis seed oil you're getting. There's a lot more to it.
There's also even vitamin C, so it's really good for just brightening and perfecting the skin, but nice to use at nighttime. We then have the acai berry, which again is very rich. You're getting more foodie adjectives.
Smoothie, facial.
Smoothie vibe, yeah. So it's this is just fun. Go for this. Don't worry so much about skin type. Don't worry about so much what it's physically going to give. Look at this as a treat, as a pamper, something sensorial. I'm getting a bit more like hungry, chill talking about it. We then have the Bulgarian rose, which has been ripped open by Jen and I. This is a very normal thing. Even stock in the office and stuff. This is what happens. Yeah, usually we just tear them a bit more savagely, but we need to be behaved on camera. Then coconut oil. So even, think pina colada. If you're under 18, just think, tropical juice. Like colors like that. I know this is, hopefully the camera can get this bit. Like colors like this. It's exciting, it's fun. I'm not trying to cross-sell, but just the colors, that's what we're obsessed about.
When we talk about the coconut oil mask, I know also, once again, oilier skin types are a bit hesitant because of oil, but this coconut oil mask has more water in terms of coconut water than oil, right?
Which is filled with electrolytes, so thank you for saying that.
Good for the morning time.
Yes, and it's undersold in that way. People see coconut oil and just think, I'm told not to be using ingredients like this. This isn't perfect for me. The fact that it contains more coconut water actually means that you're getting more of the hydrating, the nutrients, 100% to the skin. So do not let that sway you off for it. The final one, green tea. So this is perfect for more breakout-prone skin, those suffering with a bit of congestion, great for a flight. We've been wearing a mask. Anyone suffering who's suffering with maskne, which, again, with COVID still and in terms of social distancing, it's still appropriate to wear masks in many settings, especially when traveling. So something like green tea and, again, Matte Maniac is incredible for that. That's going to give you the really purifying feel.
Yeah.
To change it up and to give me a bit of a break, I'm going to give you a bit of a challenge.
Sure. Let's go. I'm ready.
This is something that I did. We did a really, really unique story time. You guys at home can sit down and watch now. We're going to stand up and take you through a little journey. We had a special edition pop-up in Heathrow, London, and what I did to engage with all the staff who were beautiful and awesome, which we're privileged to be working with, I gave a little quiz to make sure that we knew all the devices and things like that. You will know with Foreo that we have a ton of different colors, we have a ton of different selections. I mean, even this is probably going to fall out, but like
Christmas wish list, incredible.
That nearly fell. Like this, it's about as stable as I am today. This sums us up to a T. This is just a lot, a lot to take in and a lot of color. So what I'd like to do is ask your lovely self, Jen, and myself to choose 3 different color combinations that just sums you up the most. For me, it's like little palettes. I've created like a watermelon look, like the greens and the pinks. I don't want to try and suggest any.
In terms of all the devices,
just
my perfect shelfie. I mean, this is on my wish list. I need the black. It's so chic. I want to just put all the bathroom shelfies with this.
Okay, 2 other things with it. put it side by side, and then we'll show everyone at home.
It's a tricky one, but I have to go for pearl pink all the time. This device is one of my favorites. The color, it just kind of goes with everything in my bathroom. And then for sure, Espada pearl pink is something else. It's a necessity for me.
Okay, so let's put all those together.
Pink,
let's show off that Shelfie.
Black,
Cool.
that's incredible.
I don't know if I can take credit for it because I think it was someone else, but
You're going wild, aren't you?
I'm going wild. Again,
Pink,
cool.
green. I mean, there's something for everyone.
Let's just, there we go. We have Lunar Mini 3, yellow, summery, beautiful, and tropical. We have the deep fuchsia, which is featured in pretty much all devices. We have Bear in this color, Easter in this color, Iris in this color, every single toothbrush.
Moss.
And then the incredible, exactly, we have it all. It's all reflected nicely together. You then have this kind of pine deep green, which for me just makes me think of watermelon. This is like the tropical sort of drink.
Perfect summer skin, that's what you want to get in your Christmas. I keep saying Christmas, but it's coming up. I think I'm thinking this because there's Christmas in July in press already, so.
Yeah, this is the problem. Jen's already done with Christmas at Christmas. So yeah, we're boiling in the studio here with you guys watching at home, hopefully a bit cooler than us, and with a drink, you're allowed. And yes, you're already thinking about Christmas, but you don't need to wait till then to do it. If you know someone who's suffering with skin, or you want to give them a bit of a pamper, or you're traveling to see those that you've been excited to see, and it's been so long, get them a little something, a treat. It doesn't need to be big. Again, these devices start at such a lower price point to allow you to really experience and engage with the technology. And these things all contain that technology, the T-sonic pulsations. Obviously not the toothbrushes, because we want to keep our teeth.
I think one of the best things is just that the size. I can just use it in my little clutch. Like, I don't even need to carry a lot of space. I don't have to have a lot of space. It fits in every handbag. I can take it to the gym, cleanse it after the gym, after I work out is perfect.
Exactly.
But same with UFO 2. I mean, it's a bit, people, I think it's going to take much longer, but it's 2 minutes, so you can do cleanse, facial, quick, and you're done.
So what would be your kind of perfect 3
Routine?
devices if it were routine? So I'm guessing Luna to start with.
So if I'm giving myself the ultimate facial at home, it's going to be Luna Mini 3. I love the Mini 3.
Okay.
It's just the perfect size for my face. Does the trick. Quick 30-second, and I'm done. Is that right? Don't. Sorry.
So 30 seconds, you're using then Glow Boost. Nice and techy. Love it.
30 seconds, Glow Boost.
Right,
That's
what else?
I want.
Let's keep it going.
So
Luna Mini 3.
Then I will actually go in for the Bear, because I want to do a little bit of toning.
Okay.
Bear Mini sometimes, because of the under-eye part, around the mouth area, really good for just getting into those harder parts to reach.
We have Bear. There we go. This is the one I was looking for.
Exactly. I mean, the Bear Mini comes in that pastel pink, the lavender is incredible, and then obviously UFO 2 is something also. So I'll go for Luna Mini 3, Bear, UFO 2. That's my ultimate facial.
So if you pass me the Luna Mini 3, please. We have the UFO 2. So this is Jen.
That's my collection at home. And it's something I do all the time.
Okay.
I mean, I know we speak a lot, and how many times have you heard me saying I'm doing UFO 2 quick, morning routine, nighttime routine? I walk around with Espada 2. This is my savior. This is me walking around the house. It's perfect.
Okay, let's talk Espada. Let's have a little sit down. This feels very more, in salon. So let's really kind of set the scene here. This is more at the clinic, if you will. This is definitely much more suited as the professional tool. You would have noticed with UFO. Sorry. Okay.
Chris, you were grilling me just now. Sit down, it's your turn. You quiz me.
Okay.
Tell me your skin type, and I'm going to tell you exactly which mask to go for.
Okay, this is very weird being on the other side. I feel like Hannah Montana.
I'll
Other side of me.
pretend I'm beauty therapist today.
Okay, get ready. So I'm going to be PR genius then if we're going to truly swap roles.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, I'm going to take a bit of myself out of the out-of-body experience and hopefully relate to a lot of you watching live at home. I have a traditionally oily skin.
Okay, oily, you need Matte Maniac. This is perfect for imperfections.
Okay.
In congestion as well.
To make it a little bit more difficult. I also have dry skin on my cheeks, and I just love something a bit Hippie, peace and love.
Peace and love. Cannabis seed oil. I mean, this is also great for hydration, super moisturizing, perfect for nighttime routine.
And very earthy, so you've got to get ready for that if you do
earthy
like
vibes, it's a good one. Okay, Chris, I'm going to leave that bit up to you. You're right, it's quite hard giving a personalized skincare consultation.
Yeah, that's why we have to study. Okay, so being a bit more relaxed, you know, we've swapped roles. I think it's fair to say we're just best at our own jobs. You're still brilliant. But yeah, PR I'm going to leave to you, skincare I'm going to look after. So I'd really actually like to put a bit of a spotlight on you.
Yeah.
In terms of the way you actually use it, so I know some of these devices we've not had since the beginning. Like myself, I started with Luna back in 2014, been cleansing with that. You know, we didn't have the blue LED light back then. We didn't have all these things. So
Crazy.
I know it's slightly fresher into it, but what is your go-to routine? How long does a facial last for you? Like, do you use it in the morning? Do you use it at night? What AM, PM?
So, I mean, come on, I'm working in beauty tech, skincare. I am a skincare guru, but I know when I'm short on time, I'll have a 6-minute supercharged facial. So I'll go for
what's that?
Luna Mini 3. That's my favorite.
That was a big pause. Get ready.
Luna Mini 3. That's the one I want for cleansing.
Okay, so we got that.
It's super exfoliating, makes my skin really smooth.
So how long is that? So 6 minutes is now. So how many minutes has that taken just from the cleanse?
90 seconds?
30.
A minute?
A minute? Cool. So
I go
5 minutes
over.
left.
Double cleanse, quick makeup, that's a minute.
Yeah,
5 minutes left, I'm going for the bear, right?
Cool.
2-minute routine, total knockout, total facial knockout. You just click on the app, there, done. And then another 3 minutes for my UFO 2. I mean, this is the one I go in again and again if I have the extra time, but that's my 6-minute routine.
Okay, so you use it, just to interject, use that for 3 minutes. Usually a facial's only 90 seconds.
I'm a bit of a hog.
I know, I like it.
Right, so what I always go in for first, Bulgarian Rose. This is the one I love for extra hydration.
Love that one.
But then green tea is what I use for my chin area. Extra blue LED. I know that helps with spots, really calms the inflammation.
Right, we're going to use this as a segue. So we're jumping on and we're speeding right to it. You said blue LED. Let's talk
Espada, I mean, I know that's more targeted. Can I just say, though, UFO 2, I really want that whole facial, but then when I have the extra breakouts, that's what I go in for. That's where when I pull out my Espada.
Yep, just whip it out. And I mean, firstly, let's talk Espada. So I feel like I need to sit up for this bit. This is one that is kind of like the most, I kind of feel like it's underrepresented in terms of devices. With UFO using the blue light, I love the fact that you actually use them together. So you use UFO for all over.
Yes, exactly. Then I'll go in after with Espada.
Okay.
So UFO 2 is my ultimate facial. Espada is something that I really want to go in with the chin. So Espada is really something I want to go in on the chin area when I have those extra, you know, that time of the month, extra pimples, that's what I go for.
Okay. What color do you have at home? Which is your favorite?
Pearl pink, obviously.
Pearl pink, okay. I love them all. In terms of Espada, yes, this is using the same blue LED that we're used to with the UFO, but this is a much more targeted approach. So this is going to be looking after exact pimples.
So talking about how long have you had your Luna then? Or when did you first get your Luna? I mean, I know they last for a long time, but...
Luna, so back way before I even started, so 2014 onwards.
Do you still use that one?
And then slowly grown. Not that one. I'm very, very lucky. I have had to lose one already. My partner took mine.
Mine does the same.
Exactly, and that's the benefit. At that first stage, you can actually still use the same devices. Like with the Espada, give it a wash, let someone else use it, and that's the best. All right, so you let both of us have a bit of a break, puff an inhaler, have a bit of a breather. We've done well. We're going to let the video do the concise, nice talking with some beautiful visuals. I'm going to take the prize. Let's do the video.
Go.
I just went through the booth tour and it was absolutely crazy because
Okay, so being live TV, thrown in the deep end, of course. I say that right in front of a bowl of water. There's now slightly less people in this room. It is just me and the devices, which is usually where, this is usually my everyday. This is how it always is, even filming myself. But usually there's not like 6 people behind the camera and in the other room checking all the footage. So though I feel more alone, I know I'm not. And that's even before I look at the amount of people watching this live, which I'm trying not to. But make sure to comment down below and tell us in the comment section which out of the devices that I'm going to be using you've tried, or you liked the look of, or if you thought my selection was good. You may have noticed my makeup is now off. It wasn't a lot, so hopefully I won't read this section of the comments. I did cleanse using the Luna 3 Plus, even in the bathroom, and it was recorded behind the scenes, so a bit less glam, less lit, thankfully less people. But that was 1 minute of my cleanse, and I have been told that you can do the supercharged 6-minute facial using Foreo devices. Anyone who knows and watches my content anyway, and just knows me either professionally, personally, or unfortunately, I love to go things all night long. So I'm a bit of a Lionel Richie of the Foreo devices. So even the Bear, my tutorial goes like 5 times as long as what you're supposed to do. And though Foreo tell you what to do, they also love those that don't do what they tell you to do. So we're going to prove that you can do it in 6 minutes, but you totally don't need to. So for obvious reasons, the microphone's on, so I'm not going to be cleansing again, and I don't need to. I double cleansed. The only reason, I didn't have any oil cleanser here, so I need to do it twice with a microphone cleanser, which I love, and I've used it for a very, very long time. So we have 1 minute down, so I have 5 minutes left to play with myself whilst being recorded in this room. So next is obviously going to be Bear, and what I'm really excited about is the fact that I am seeing the Bear in mint, which is an exclusive. I saw it for the first time today, and I'm actually going to be using it for the first time today. So you're used to seeing me using Bear anyway, but this is going to be really cool to do it. For any of those that have seen content previously shot by myself or on lives or anything like that, you will be pretty familiar with the way that I use the device. But today has to be slightly different because I actually want to see if I can do this in under 6 minutes. 5 minutes left. So I'm going to do 2 to 3 minutes using the Bear, and then whatever I haven't done, that's my fault. So you'll hopefully see the difference. Probably only half my face done. So I'm hydrating the area of my face that I'm going to do the treatment. And my top tip, rehydrate the spheres. I'm going to turn it on to 5 because that's what I'm used to doing. I'm going to double click because I want pulsations. There we go. Right. So if you want to test it at home, get the timer on. I'm going to do this quick. I'm obviously looking in the mirror, but I can also look at you guys as well. I'm slightly shortening the routine. Usually I do an extra area of a swipe, which you can see on the YouTube video that we did on the Foreo channel. But today we have no time to waste. Done. Top tip, spread it using the spheres, and then carry on. Those watching may not have a forehead as large, so this would take you half the time, but we work with what we've been given. Again, another section I won't read as the comments. Okay, this will be a bit hard with a microphone, but if the wedding planner can do what she did using a microphone, so can I. There we go, benefits of live TV. There we go. So slight cop-out. I'm not going to do my neck. I focused on my face. When you get bare for the first time, this is an insider tip. Focus more on lifting your face first. The reason being is the neck actually has a lot of muscles, and I mean a lot. So what you can end up doing is by pulling it down, the muscles can actually be pulling down if you strengthen these too quick. So it's a cheeky way of kind of getting out of doing that. Next step is UFO. So this is the second generation UFO 2. Colors do not matter with this one. It's whatever color that you like or you feel reflects you most. I'm going to be using my favorite. I did get to choose, which I'm lucky. I'm going to be using Acai Berry, which is one of my favorite masks ever. This is the Farm to Face collection. If you haven't heard of this one, then you will see. This is the first biodegradable mask that Foreo do. And I've actually ripped it open pretty good. I should have at least 2 minutes left, or if not, I can do it even shorter time. The benefit of using the UFO is the fact that 90 seconds minimum is all you need, and that is why these are so good to use on the plane, when you're traveling, and you're really supercharging the effects because you're not only getting the essence, you're also getting all the benefits of the therapies included with that. So it's just maximizing. You're not just going to get this, and I'm going to use it manual mode for those who maybe don't want to be using it with a phone. This has already been paired with my mobile, which is great. And then, it's turned on. There we go, manually using it. There is a lot of serum, so I'll dry myself up, otherwise I'll get a few looks when I come out of this room with the 5 behind the camera. Different platform. For men watching with stubble, you're going to see a very realistic way of using the UFO. You can almost pat it on areas that have any friction or stubble. This allows you to still enjoy the essence being absorbed into that area. It may not look as pretty, it may not look as glam, but it's real and it's important to show. That's my best tip for those that have any irregularities in texture or stubble. And I'm just going to do this until it turns off. So wherever this is passing over my skin, I'm feeling warmth. It's going up to 45 degrees Celsius in heat. So that I know that sounds like a very intense figure, and it is, but it's formulated to heat up the ingredients of the mask. So then actually when it reaches your skin, it's at the perfect temperature from their research and development. So rest assured, it is safe, it is fine. The mode that I'm using doesn't involve cryotherapy, and that's okay. Today's a long day anyway, and a bit of heat and releasing that tension in the muscles is actually pretty welcomed, so I'm fine with that. A real thing as well, if the mask ever becomes displaced because you have maybe rubbed it on that stubble area, just don't worry. Again, most of you watching may not suffer with this, but it's important to still represent that. And also, if you like, you can still use that stamping mode all over. It's really, really nice to use on the temples. Let's go a bit holistic, the beauty therapist route that I always love. You can really use that on the forehead area. It's great if you've had a stressful day. My really, really nice tip ending it is just holding it on the forehead. I'm gonna have a little moment, make everyone feel a bit more uncomfortable in the room, more than they probably are, and then finish until it comes to a crescendo. So looking at everyone, I think I've done it. 6 minutes, voila. Massage in the excess. Try not break the microphone and get that charged. Like that. And thank you for joining me in this intimate moment.